Have you ever made a decision that seemed right, but in a split second, everything went wrong? You think you're in control, but one wrong move and your world changes. But the real story, that's just getting started. You don't want to miss this. Dear listeners, before we move forward, please subscribe my channel to hit 1,000 figure. Imagine you're standing at the edge of something big. Not just big, but the kind of big that makes your heart race, your hands sweat, and your mind blur with excitement. You're about to do something that, if it goes wrong, could change everything. But if it goes right, well, the rewards are worth the risk. This is exactly where Clint Eastwood's character, Thunderbolt, and Jeff Bridges' character, Lightfoot, find themselves in the 1974 classic Thunderbolt and Lightfoot. A pair of unlikely partners with a perfect plan to rob a casino. At first glance, it looks like a simple job. The type of heist where the rules are clear, the stakes are high, but the end game is pure profit. But of course, nothing is ever that easy. And that's the beauty of this moment. It's not just a casino job, it's a test of trust, wits, and survival. Thunderbolt, the seasoned professional, has seen it all. He's done the jobs, faced the betrayals, and lived through the scars. Lightfoot, on the other hand, is young, cocky, and hungry for action. Together, they're a mismatch. Yet something about their dynamic works. There's an unspoken understanding. Each one knows exactly what the other needs, even if they can't always trust it. But here's where things take a turn. The chaos begins, not with the opening of the vault, but with a moment of hesitation, a slight misstep. That's when the fight starts, not just with the casino guards, but with everything that could go wrong. The heist is supposed to be smooth, clean, and precise. The plan is simple. Get in, get the cash, and get out before anyone even knows what happened. But as Thunderbolt and Lightfoot step deeper into the casino, the tension is palpable. It's like the calm before a storm, the kind of feeling you get just before everything falls apart. And fall apart it does. In an instant, things go from quiet whispers to loud chaos. Lights flash, sirens blare. The team's carefully laid plans come crashing down as guards rush in, and a full-scale brawl erupts. What was supposed to be an easy job quickly spirals into something much worse. It's a fight for survival now, not just for money. Thunderbolt, with his cool, calculated demeanor, starts taking out the opposition, his experience shining through. But it's Lightfoot, the young, impulsive, and unpredictable wild card, who brings an edge of chaos to the scene. He's not holding back. His energy is reckless, but somehow it works. It's this wild unpredictability that makes the fight feel alive, raw, and thrilling. As bullets fly and fists land, there's this strange rhythm to the chaos. It's not just a fight against the casino's security. It's a battle of wills between Thunderbolt's discipline and Lightfoot's spontaneity. And somewhere in that mess, you realize that the real story isn't about the money. It's about these two characters, their dynamic, and the dangerous chemistry they share. The fight escalates, the odds stacking higher against them, but Thunderbolt and Lightfoot refuse to back down. Amid the madness, something shifts. What started as a well-thought-out heist now feels like an all-out war. Two men against an entire casino's security system. But in the chaos, Thunderbolt and Lightfoot find an unexpected rhythm. The gunshots ring out, but it's their partnership that keeps them going. They rely on each other in ways they never thought possible. Thunderbolt's calm, methodical moves complement Lightfoot's wild energy. Each punch, each shot, each escape is perfectly timed between the two. There's an unspoken trust now, built on the desperation of survival. But even as they push forward, the weight of the situation bears down on them. This isn't just a fight for money anymore. It's a fight for their lives. In a pivotal moment, the casino's security pulls out their trump card, heavily armed reinforcements. Thunderbolt and Lightfoot are cornered, stuck between the overwhelming firepower and the rapidly closing exits. The stakes have gone up, and now the question isn't just about escaping the casino, it's about escaping with their lives intact. But this is where everything starts to change. In the midst of the intense showdown, something unexpected happens. Lightfoot, ever the wild card, makes a decision that goes against the plan. He wants to go further. He wants to take the fight directly to the heart of the casino. Thunderbolt hesitates, looking at Lightfoot as if he's seeing him for the first time. This young, reckless kid who might just have what it takes to survive. The tension between them peaks. Thunderbolt knows that going deeper into the casino is risky, but something about Lightfoot's raw determination makes him reconsider. For the first time in the entire fight, Thunderbolt isn't in control. It's Lightfoot's moment. The casino is alive with chaos now. The air is thick with tension, the sound of clashing metal and gunfire reverberating through the halls. It's no longer about getting in and out with the loot. It's about survival. Thunderbolt and Lightfoot, two men with vastly different approaches to life, find themselves united in a fight that could end everything. Lightfoot, pushing forward with reckless courage, leads the charge deeper into the casino. He's no longer just following the plan, he's making his own decisions. Thunderbolt, reluctantly in tow, can't help but admire the kid's drive. It's a dangerous move, but Lightfoot's persistence is contagious. In a last-ditch effort to get what they came for, they make a run for the vault, knowing that if they can reach it, they might just escape with their lives and the money. But as they reach the vault, the stakes hit a whole new level. The path is blocked, and they're forced to make a split-second decision: go all in and fight their way out, or turn around and escape empty-handed. They could bail out, cut their losses, and leave, but the money is within reach, and the adrenaline is pushing them forward. Thunderbolt looks at Lightfoot. In that moment, there's a brief silence. Thunderbolt knows the risks, but he also sees something in Lightfoot's eyes that tells him the kid's not ready to back down. Against his better judgment, Thunderbolt nods. The two of them, for better or worse, are going all in. The final gamble is set. They bust through the vault doors, and what follows is pure madness. Shootouts, close calls, and a desperate race to the exit. Every move is crucial, and every second counts. They're not just fighting for money anymore. They're fighting for the only thing that matters in this moment: their freedom. The heist is over, but the real battle is just beginning. Thunderbolt and Lightfoot burst out of the casino, the air thick with the sound of sirens and the flash of blue lights reflecting off the wet streets. They've made it. Against all odds, they've gotten the cash. But at what cost? The chase is on. Their backs are against the wall, and they know that every second brings them closer to the end. As they race through the city, weaving in and out of traffic, there's a moment of quiet. It's a brief pause in the chaos, a moment where everything feels like it's frozen. Thunderbolt looks over at Lightfoot, and for the first time he sees him not as the reckless kid who threw caution to the wind, but as a man who's fought through the fire and survived. Lightfoot, with his wild eyes, looks back. There's a shared understanding between them now. They're both in this together. But as they approach the final getaway point, reality sets in. The job was never just about the money. It was about proving something to themselves. Thunderbolt, who spent his life in the shadows of crime, sees the end of this heist as a chance to walk away, to leave behind the life that's always been at his heels. Lightfoot, on the other hand, is still hungry for more. He's young, filled with that invincible feeling, the idea that there's always another big score just around the corner. The car screeches to a halt. Thunderbolt steps out, looks at Lightfoot one last time, and walks away. He knows it's over. But Lightfoot's still there, standing by the car, the money in hand, looking at the world like it's his to conquer. As Thunderbolt disappears into the night, the camera lingers on Lightfoot, standing there, his youthful optimism clashing with the harsh reality of what they've just pulled off. The game may be over for Thunderbolt, but for Lightfoot, it's just the beginning.